welcome to the semi-complete Wings of Fire timeline. So I saw someone that made an almost 50-minute long timeline video about My Little Pony and all the events in it. I was inspired to do the same, both Wings of Fire, so here it is. Please note that the years are not accurate at all. We do not have years for a large number of events, so I will be putting whatever has the best vibes for me as a year for some of these. Whether they will be accurate or not, I cannot guarantee. Also, the dates may be clustered weird. There's a lot of free time within these dates for things to be happening that are not listed on his timeline. I will also not be using the events from Clearsight's book on his timeline, or putting in any hatchings or deaths unless they are important to the book, because honestly, they do not matter as much in the grand scheme of dragon history. Before we get started, if you are new to this channel, please think about subscribing. I regularly post both Wings of Fire and Warrior Cats content, so you'll never be bored. And to my current subscribers, thank you so much for supporting me. I wouldn't have gotten here without y'all. Now without further ado, let's get on to the timeline. Year 0. The human Cottonmouth and his friends attempt to tame dragonettes into being weapons of war. The mothers of these kidnapped dragonettes rise up and burn down the human empires in an event called Scorching, starting the current era. Cottonmouth and a few other humans flee to Pantala and he experiments with mind control plants. This ends up fusing his brain and body with the dragonettes and the plant. Year 1000 to 2000. Two tribes of dragons, leafwings and beetlewings, leave Peria and go to Pantala. The Othermind evil mind control plant scavenger thing dragon combo tries to fight them off but fails. Eventually, dragons are able to settle on the continent without fear. Year 2956. The oldest named animus, Penguin the Icewing, makes a gift for the tribe called the Gift of Diplomacy. This gift has two parts. 3 bracelets allowing a dragon from out of the tribe to surpass the Great Ice Wall, and a heated dome for those guests. Year 2986. Around this year, the first Sea-Wing animus dragon is born. His name is Albatross, and he is speculated to be an ice Sea-Wing hybrid. His power is revealed in a very shocking way. Albatross is bullied by his sisters over him playing with a clam. He tells the clam to bite all of one of his sister's claws off, not thinking anything of it, but his wish comes true and one of his sisters is severely injured. Albatross is set up with the dragoness, however she dies before they can have any children. 3 years later, he begins construction on the Summer Palace. Year 3006. Fosslayer goes on a diplomatic trip to the Ice Kingdom. She meets and falls in love with Prince Arctic and Animus. Arctic runs away from the Ice Kingdom with Fosslayer. In this escape, Snowflake, the romantic interest to an heir to the Icewing throne, is wounded. A war erupts between the Icewings who think the Nightwings stole their Animus and the Nightwings who say in return sucks to be you. Fathom the Animus is also born this year into the Sea Kingdom. Year 3007. Darkstalker and Whiteout, children of Fosslayer and Arctic, are born. Darkstalker is born during a brightest night under full moons, giving him mind-reading and future vision in addition to his Animus abilities, which will be seen in the future. He is given the option to hatch his sister early and give her the same powers, but he does not, feeling like her being special will take attention away from him. Year 3008. Clearsight is born. Fathom is found to be an animus and he assists Albatross in constructing the Summer Palace. He makes a few other animus enchanted items too, such as an enchanted octopus for his crush Indigo. Year 3011. Clearsight begins school. Darkstalker is revealed to be an animus to the entire tribe by Arctic. Meanwhile, in the Sea Kingdom, Albatross massacres most of the royal family. Pearl, sister of Fathom, takes over as queen, and Fathom swears to never use his animus magic ever again or to pass down his bloodline. Year 3012. Fathom is invited to the Night Kingdom to scare Darkstalker into being a good animus. Clearsight is recruited to live at the palace and be a seer there. Fosslayer is kidnapped by Icewings and Arctic kidnaps Whiteout in reply. Darkstalker catches him and forces him to rip himself apart in front of all the Night Kingdom. Clearsight uses a spell made by Fathom to put Darkstalker to sleep, while Fathom and the Nightwings flee the kingdom. Clearsight then goes to Pantala. Year 3108. Clearsight dies around this time. We now have a 1,800 year gap. The only events that are confirmed in here are all in the Book of Clearsight, which I will not be covering. Year 4901. Tapir the Rainwing, the oldest known dragon to live besides possibly Clearsight, is born. Year 4962. In Pantala, Queen Wasp uses the Book of Clearsight to justify taking over the other Pantalian tribes. The Silkwings submit, but the Leafwings rebel. They try to poison Wasp, but end up giving her mind control instead, and a war begins. The Leafwings lose and are forced to retreat to the poison jungle whilst Queen Wasp begins to extend her new mind control powers over the Highwing tribe. The Leafwings divide into two tribes, the Sapwings who do not want to go to war again, and the Poisonwings who continue to rebel from the shadows. Year 3973. Blister, the middle of the three sisters, is born. Queen Oasis kills one of her sisters because she wants to keep the number of potential heirs at 3. Year 4980. Blaze is born. Oasis kills another one of her sisters to keep the heir level at 3. Year 4992. Palm, the girlfriend of Prince Smolder, flees the Sandwing Palace with his daughter's egg. She hides it with her sister, who is taken prisoner after being mistaken for being Palm. Meanwhile, at the palace, Queen Oasis is lured out and killed by scavengers. A struggle occurs between possible heirs, and trials follow. Year 4993. Nothing is resolved due to the trials. Blaze and Blister flee the palace. Blaze allies with the Icewings while Blister allies with the Seawings. Year 5000. The Nightwing volcano erupts, destroying a part of their fortress. Year 5001. The Dragonette prophecies invented by Morosier and Queen battle Winter in order to sway the outcome of the war. Morosier allies the Nightwings with the Talons of Peace. Stone Mover, the Nightwing tribe's sole animus, is sent to create a tunnel between the island and the mainland. Year 5002. Queen Battle Winter severely injured while on a scouting mission. Her throat and guts are burned by frost breath, forcing her to live in lava. She rules through her daughter, Greatness, and Morosier. Year 5003. Deathbringer and Quickstrike are sent on a mission to stop Blister from allying with the Mudwings through any means necessary. Though Quickstrike is neutralized by a strike of lightning, Deathbringer is able to complete the mission and kills the Seawing General Hurricane, framing the Mudwings at the same time. The alliance falls through. Burn takes advantage of this and sways the Mudwings to her side. Her general, Six Claws, leaves due to her cruel methods and takes Dune and Kindle with him. Also in the Sand Kingdom, Stone Mover meets Thorn for the first time. Orca challenges her mother, Coral, for the throne and loses. Year 5004. Kestrel, a Skywing general, has an egg which hatches two twin dragonettes. One is too much fire, the other too little. She's given a choice, kill one and the other survives. She drops the one with too little fire into a river and attempts to take the one with too much, however is burned by her and has to flee. Ren, a scavenger, is supposed to be sacrificed to the dragons by the Dragonmancers. However, she manages to escape and finds a dragonette with too little fire named Sky. She begins to learn how to speak dragon. In another scavenger town, Heath banishes Pine for going to an old village. Stone Mover, fearing the loss of his soul, goes to Jade Mountain. He creates a spell that allows him to keep his soul, but his skills will turn to stone instead. Year 5005. The Talons of Peace begin to collect eggs slated to hatch on the brightest night, who fit the criteria of the prophecy. Asha purchases Clay's egg from her sister. She dies in the middle of a battle between Mudwings and Icewings. Webb steals an egg from the royal hatchery and flees from the Seawing Kingdom. His wife is made into a soldier as punishment, and his son is put into guard training. His wife later dies in a battle. Dune betrays the leader of the Outclaws, Thorn, and steals her egg to go to the Talons of Peace with. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce it this time, but the Icewing Guardian tries to grab a Skywing egg, however is caught on his way back to the Talons of Peace's hiding place and is killed by Burn. Scarlet forces Peril to burn all the remaining Skywing eggs. One escapes. Webbs grabs a replacement egg from the Rainwings. Morosier gives a Nightwing egg to the Talons of Peace, all eggs successfully hatch, and meanwhile, Rowan starts to train Leaf in the ways of dragon slaying. Year 5008. Willow and Sundew meet for the first time. Moonwatcher hatches outside the Night Kingdom and becomes the first known future seer and mind reader in centuries. Year 5009. Alabone gets injured while protecting the remaining Seawing eggs. Gil sends Turtle to go and find Snapper so he can take his place on guard. However, Turtle is unable to find Snapper even with the assistance of animus objects. Alabone and Snapper are executed and Coral vows to take care of the next female egg herself. Cranberry the Scavenger arrives in the town of Talisman. Year 5010. Gil gets captured by his Skywings because he had to take Coral's place at the front of the war. Fierce Teeth runs into Strongwings for the first time and they go to the mainland. Fierce Teeth realizes that she may like him. Hailstorm and Winter are searching for scavenger dens, but they fly a little bit too close to Skywing territory. Hailstorm is captured and turned into an entirely different dragon using the Pyrite necklace. Thorn takes Keeply away from Cobra, his abusive mother. Year 5011. Everything in the first arc occurs. To sum it up, the Dragonettes in a prophecy try to escape their guardianship from under the Talons of Peace, however end up being captured by the Skywings instead. Tsunami kills Gil, her father, though she does not know it. Peril helps them escape and then vanishes. They then go to the Kingdom of the Sea. They learn an enemy, the egg who Coral looked after for the entire time, is an animus. They also figure out who killed Coral's daughters, an Animus enchanted statue made by another one of them, who was Orca. The Summer Palace is destroyed by a firebombing attack, and Seemings retreat to the Deep Palace. After realizing Coral was not the most trustworthy, they head to the rainforest. Once in the rainforest, they learn that someone has been kidnapping dragons. They find this tunnel stone mover maid, and Glory gets captured by the Nightwings. Glory realizes that the tribe will need stronger leadership to fight off the Nightwings, and once she escapes, she challenges the current queens to the throne and wins. Starfly is kidnapped. He learns the Nightwings had a backup plan for dragonettes. After one of the backups gets injured, he uses them as a guise to sneak away into the rainforest and warn the Rainwings about the invasion. The Rainwings decide to beat the Nightwings to the punch and invade the Night Kingdom as their volcano begins to erupt. Morosir reveals that the prophecy was fake. Another dragon is once again kidnapped, no surprises. This time, it's Sunny's turn. She escapes, of course, and tails her kidnappers to the Scorpion's den. She reunites with her mother, Thorn, there, only to be kidnapped once again and taken to Burn's stronghold. During an attack on the stronghold, she meets Peril briefly and then goes back home to her friends. Not before she meets her father, Stone Mover, though. She decides that even though the prophecy's fake, she can still fulfill it. She tells the three Sandwing sisters to go to the stronghold, and they do. Blister kills Burn using the two snakes in one box trick, and then begins to go after Blaze. But before she can finish her off, they uncover the Eye of Onyx, an object meant to show the true queen of the Sandwings. Thorn is revealed to be the true queen. Blister, wanting to prove her worth, tries it on but explodes. Thorn allows Blaze and any other former Sandwing royals to remain in the palace. The 5 Prophecy Dragonettes decide to make a school for all the tribes to get along in. Darkstalker is awoken due to the Animus object keeping him asleep being shattered. Fierce Teeth and Strongwings break out of prison, helped by a guard named Sagaro. Year 5012. Moonwatcher attends the school that the Prophecy Dragonettes made. Explosions keep happening and she aims to solve that. Meanwhile, she's contacted by Darkstalker. It is revealed that Sora tried to kill Icicle out of revenge but kept on failing. Icicle is also evil and is trying to kill the Prophecy Dragonettes in order to get her brother Hailstorm back from the ex-Queen Scarlet. Moon reveals her powers and also gains a new prophecy. Winter finds Icicle and she is put on trial. He also manages to find Hailstorm and is promoted to the top dragon on the leaderboards, whilst Hailstorm is at the bottom. Hailstorm challenges Winter to the Diamond Trial to gain back the top spot. Turns out the trial is rigged and also Darkstalker's mom was there because she was enchanted not to die. Hailstorm allows Winter to leave with Foeslayer instead of killing him. Peril leaves Jade Mountain Academy with the still secret Animus Turtle. Turtle's powers are revealed after Peril fights and significantly injures Winter, and he has to heal him. Peril joins with Scarlet after her father, who uses Darkstalker's scroll to make spells, gives her a spell to remove her fire scales. She learns this is a trick and has secret enchantments and destroys it. Ruby challenges Scarlet to the throne and wins, finally ending the political debate in their kingdom over who is the true queen. Peril burns Darkstalker's scroll, freeing him. Turtle enchants a stick to make him invisible to Darkstalker. Darkstalker makes a spell to make everyone like him, and then starts handing out powers like it's candy. He takes control of the Nightwing tribe and they go to the Old Night Kingdom. He turns on his apprentice, an enemy, and implies that she should kill her mother. She goes to do so, but Turtle apprehends her. Darkstalker realizes there are more Animus dragons just read like he had thought, and Turtle exposes the Animus dragon, but not before he tosses his spell to an enemy so she can escape. Keebley, who had been given a spell that allows him to be immune to Darkstalker's spells, duplicates the spell and hands it out. Ostrich is kidnapped by Onyx and Keebley goes after her, only to realize she is being held captive by his evil grandfather. After he figures that out, he breaks her out alongside his mother to go to the Sandwing stronghold. He turns in his mother after suspecting she was truly evil and confirms it was true. He gives the spells to all the Sandwings to make them immune from Darkstalker's magic. Onyx challenges Thorn to the throne, but before a winner can be decided, Keebley causes a sandstorm, causing them to cancel. After the sandstorm, they decide not to fight. Keebley goes to the Night Kingdom, picking up an enemy along the way. The Nightwings learn that the Icewings plan to attack a Jade Mountain and head to intercept them. Most of the Jade Winglet is there and follows them. The Dragonettes of the Prophecy attempt to talk the armies down, but they fight anyways. An enemy casts a spell that allows dragons to see into each other's heads and then go home. Darkstalker, who is a hybrid, is not affected by the spell. He kidnaps Keebley and offers him an Animus power. He refuses. Darkstalker then meets back up with his mother, who offers that they can start new again. He refuses, saying why would anyone want to not be like him? Smugly, he's a strawberry, but that strawberry enchants him to go back to being a powerless dragonette. Luna receives a prophecy about the lost continent. Apparently, bad things will happen, but they already are. Luna, a Flamesilk, is kidnapped to go and live with the other Flamesilks. Blue, her half-brother, and Swordtail, her boyfriend, go and find her. Cricket, a Hivewing immune to mind control which affects all other Hivewings, joins them. They learn that Leafwings are not dead after being taken captive by them and forced to seal the Book of Clearsight. Blue is captured by the Hivewings after failing to do so and is taken to the Flamesilk Cavern, but manages to escape alongside his sister right before his metamorphosis occurs. Cricket finds an orphan egg only injected once by mind-controlling poison. She takes in the Dragonette, who hatches, and she names her Bumblebee. Bloodworm Hive is destroyed by the Poison Wings. Sundew, a Poison Wing and friend to Cricket and Blue, goes to try and find the cure to mind control. She thinks she finds it, but it turns out it was actually a poison plant causing mind control. They begin to burn it first before they realize, and some Leafwings are now able to be mind controlled. The remaining Leafwings and Silkwings flee the continent. They arrive on Pyria. The Pyrian Queens discuss what to do. Scavengers are discovered to be sentient. That sounds like a cop-out or jumping to shark, but it happens in that exact order. They decide on sending a Dragonette from every tribe and a human over there to deal with the other mind. The representatives are ambushed and they split up. One of them, Luna, manages to find the brain of the other mind. She learns it's a combined consciousness of a dragon, a plant, and a human emperor who wanted to control dragons. After learning the truth about the Scorching and giving some of her memories to Dragonette in return, the Dragonette tells her how to kill the other mind. Luna does so. The Hivewing royalty is almost unanimously arrested. Jewel is made queen. The Hives remain Hivewing territory, but the rest of the continent is now ruled by the Democratic Leafsilk Kingdom. That is the entire Wings of Fire timeline to date. Do you want me to try and attempt it with Warrior Cats? Comment down below. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I make Wings of Fire and Warrior Cats videos pretty often, and your support would mean a lot to me. And to those already subscribed, thank you so much for your continued support. I wouldn't have gotten here without y'all. That's all, peace out.